cloudy day has us bundled up for the last day of the regular season here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field as the Spartans of Vermont State Castleton take on the Keene State Owls. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Owls Media Network presented on Flow Sports. Joined alongside Ryan Arneson, my name is Teddy Steinberg. The LEC tournament is on the horizon, and the Owls sit at the 6th and final seed in the playoffs at the moment. There are many scenarios for every team for the last day in the LEC. The one scenario for Keene State to get in, however, is win, Ryan.
Yeah, it's easy as that, Teddy. The Spartans are winless in here in conference play. However, they're eliminated from playoff contention, but they can still play spoiler here tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if the Owls can't get off to a good start, that the Spartans come in here and try to take the win. But Keene State has been looking better on the offensive end earlier on in these games, and that's what they need to look for, is those contributions and finishing off the job.
Bringing their A game 100%. Don't overlook a team like Castleton. Rhode Island College has just won their game. You saw the updated standings, so it's win or go home for the Owls. They can place no higher than 6th. Junior Mateo Farre gets the start in net for the Owls. The sophomore Xander Berthium is in net for Castleton. Should be a very fun night. Thank you for joining us on the Owls Media Network. We are just moments from game time. Head coach Matt Schmidt looking to lead his team back to the LEC playoffs. They suffered a home quarterfinal loss last season to in-state rival Plymouth State. And just the pregame huddles to go. There's a look at junior Mateo Farre. Started a few games so far this season for the Owls. Out of in-camp Andorra, transfer from Suffolk University. Mainly started in the non-conference games. He is the Owls' number 2. He'll get the start in the Owls' last conference game tonight. There's a look at Xander Berthium, the sophomore out of Colchester, Connecticut, looking to lead his Spartans to potentially eliminating the rival Keene State Owls as we are underway here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field. That long pass goes long and out of bounds. Corby will take the throw-in. Head referee Jason Disick, the linesman Ansel Gillot, and Matthew Urea. Here's Roberts. Hamzik will find Chambers. Here's Bergoza. The Owls possessing the ball early here, just trying to establish their play. Here's Labunga, the hero against Plymouth State. That one ahead. Hartshorn gets tripped up. Was it off of contact or was it off of the grass? The ball does get placed inbounds, so it will be a foul called on Castleton. The sun has gone down, the stadium lights are on. Win or go home for the Owls here tonight. That one played in, too far for anyone. And a goal kick awarded.
Yeah, but that's what you like to see here early on, just a quick little opportunity, get the ball rolling there for the Owls.
Berthium sends his men up. Looking to fire this one downfield. A minute and a half into action here tonight. That one headed along. Good play there by Michael O'Connor. That one dropped all the way back to Farre. That one finds its way out. Too far for Dylan Chambers. So Castleton will take the throw in. Taken away by the Owls. Here's DiGiovanni. Off a Castleton player, he regains control. Vochinski. Curling pass to Labunga. Labunga, nice move. Tries to get it through to Hanal Vasquez. Pardon me, that's Gaines Roberts out there. But Spartans able to take it away. Labunga now, near sideline. Ahead for Vochinski. Into the middle, too far for anyone again. So that's 2 crosses, one from the free kick, one there, that the Owls have put too much on, unable to find anybody.
Yeah, but here in the first 3 minutes, it's good to see something kind of moving here offensively. We've struggled to see stuff like that earlier on in these games, and Keene State's one of the lower scoring teams in the LEC right now. They struggle to get offensive points on the board, so I think this is something good to see. You want to see them keep up this pressure and not get frustrated, and see them get an early goal here, because they don't usually get those.
It's usually them allowing an early goal, or at least falling down one in the first half, is what we've seen conference and non-conference here most of the time at Dr. Ron Butcher Field. Here's Labunga. Labunga trying to get a chance. That shot's blocked. So there will be a corner awarded for the Owls. Corby will set up to take the corner kick. 4 minutes of play has passed. That one off the head of Hamzik, ball still up. A shot from outside, not enough on it. Here's Labunga. Can't get a shot off the crossbar. What a chance for Martin Labunga. It found him wide open on the near post. Just missed the placement.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity right there, and that luck just does not go the Owls' way very often, and that's another situation where maybe another team, it would have gone in.
Castleton will clear it away for the time being. Corby's the first one to get there. He'll send it right back downfield. Owls on the offensive early. Here's Hamzik getting a shot. It's blocked and handled by Berthium. So a very strong offensive series of events there for Keene State to start, which is really we haven't seen that much, especially at home here this season.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's something that's kind of been hard for them to get going, is anything offensive, but I like the way they're running the through balls here. They're running the motion through the middle more, not channeling it to the outside and then trying to cross it in. It's a little more complicated that way. They're playing more simpler.
Player goes down, foul called on the Owls. That was CJ Wallingford going down. And that'll be Sean Butler, the senior out of East Montpelier, Vermont, who will set up to take the free kick. That one played directly into the box, whacking around a few Owls. Chambers gets ahead on it. Boczynski trying to get control. The Spartans stick with it. A shot from outside, and the kick is good.
Yeah.
That one hit off the Owl on the logo on the locker room. I believe it did get deflected. Yes, it will be a corner for Castleton.
Yeah, and this is where you just got to watch it a little bit. These are the moments where Castleton gets some lucky bounce here, some opportunity that, they take, and Keene's not ready for it.
Sean Butler, who is taking the corner now, is good with these type of kicks and whacking around. Wait, I didn't know where the ball was for a sec. I thought Faray had it. It's cleared away by the Owls, but a point-blank save there from Mateo Faray keeps the game scoreless.
Yeah, no, that was the opportunity I was kind of talking about right there, and Mateo Faray really denied it, but that was a great opportunity for Castleton.
And as I was bringing up, Sean Butler, we saw with the free kick, we saw with the corner kick, obviously that senior experience, he's very good at placing those kicks in the right direction to give the Spartans those types of chances.
Yeah, and last week against Plymouth State, we saw a lot from Keene State and Plymouth State of floating the ball over, but I don't think that's going to be the case here tonight from Castleton, so you're going to have to watch out for those, dangerous set pieces.
On the far sideline, Castleton controls. So the momentum has really swung back and forth early here. It was all Keene State. Now these past 2 minutes, it's been all Castleton.
Yeah, and this is just where Keene State needs to work on their consistency and their form is, when they get on the back foot, they struggle to get on the front foot again. But, I think, against Castleton here tonight, Castleton's not as great of a team, as some others they face. They might have a better opportunity at working on that heading into the playoffs if they make it.
Now here's Corby sending one into the box. Hartshorn trying to control, it's kicked away. O'Connor sends it ahead. Haji Ibasi finds his teammate in the middle of the field. Here's Vochinski. Labunga gets a give and go. Racing up the near sideline, goes down. Labunga able to help. Has 2 Spartans on him. And the ball knocked away. It will be a Keene State throw-in. So they're going to have Dylan Chambers take that. We've seen this many times. He can throw the ball in real far, especially deep in enemy territory to get chances for the Owls in the box. Basically, yes.
Come on.
So Chambers will fire that in, and Berthium hops up and grabs that out of the air.
It's impressive.
He can throw that ball really far.
It's impressive. I was never good at throw-ins, ever.
No.
Nope, not a fan.
That one's sent downfield. Corby gets ahead on it. Labunga on the sideline. Nice touch head to DiGiovanni. That one finds its way out. It will stay with the Owls. Here's Hamzic. Vochinski downfield looking for Labunga. And it goes out. That one off of Alfani. And then Corby will quickly get it in. Roberts, a nice give and go to DiGiovanni. Ahead for Labunga. That one poked out. It will stay with Keene State. So over 10 minutes has passed so far. Both teams with strong chances. Castleton, the only team with a shot on goal. That one point blank, right into the hands of Mateo Fare. As here's Chambers to throw it in again. Ball's up in the box and played away by Castleton. DiGiovanni trying to get to it. He does. DiGiovanni, that one never had a chance.
Yeah, I never had a chance, but that was a good opportunity. Another good set there from Keene State. I mean, another Chambers throw that was basically a corner, but I mean, those are great opportunities, and they've kind of turned the momentum back around in their direction a little bit here.
Great pressure there from DiGiovanni to keep the play alive and generate that shot from the right side. Obviously, couldn't find pay dirt, couldn't find the net, but there's nothing wrong with that opportunity. That one now handled by Alfani. He's watched by Vochinski. Vochinski, a good slide tackle. The Owls come away with it. That's Hanal Vasquez. Now racing up the right sideline. Finds Roberts. Roberts will slow it down. And now here's Dylan Chambers. Vochinski. Here's Bergoza. Nice keep in there by Corby. He slips and falls. Another great slide tackle from the Owls. That's Jack DiGiovanni. It will be a throw-in for the Spartans, but eliminates possibly an odd man rush from Alfani.
Yeah, I know that almost was a dangerous opportunity for Castleton, but what a great slide tackle that was right there.
That one found its way out again, so Corby will throw it in for Keene. Here's Bergoza. Downfield, Labunga trying to chase after it. It's headed away. Here's Alfani, a nice stutter step. And that one's dropped back. Here's Robbie. On the far sideline, Castleton aims to control, and it finds its way out too far for Joey Beggs. So now here's Bergoza. Corby. Here's Hamzic. The Owls looking to try and generate a chance here. Hamzic gets it knocked away, but Chambers gets it back. DiGiovanni thought about stepping. He lucks out of that one, gets the ball back. It is knocked away, and DiGiovanni is slow to get up. Possibly a cleat to the shin. He's still down. Momentarily gets back up and needs some more time. We'll get a whistle here. And we'll go Keene State's way. A foul called on the Spartans, but DiGiovanni still in pain.
Yeah, it's cold out there. You know, anything hurts more, you know, like when you're getting cleated or anything out there. So I feel that.
I believe he got hit in a certain area that us men would be in a lot of pain for. So I totally understand the longer time on the ground here. What's at stake? Castleton already eliminated from playoff contention, looking to play spoiler, as Keene State, as we mentioned, needs to win to get in. If they lose, there's no playoffs for the Owls. Hartshorn couldn't get up in time. Now Vasquez can't get there either. O'Connor drops it back. Here's Beggs. That's Wallingford. Now O'Connor pressured by Hartshorn, and the foul is called on the freshman. So 15 minutes have passed so far. Still scoreless here in Keene, but good chances left and right. Alfani chasing after it, watched by Bergoza. That ball will end up out of bounds or a Castleton corner. Quickly played in off the corner. A strange go at it there, and the Owls immediately take it away. Hartshorn now. Cross field, hoping Wojcinski gets there in time. That ball is deflected off of Wojcinski and out of bounds. Now one off the chest of Haji Ibasi. And Corby will throw it in. Here's DiGiovanni. Across for Hernal Vasquez. Here's Gaines Roberts trying to get a step. A nice move there. Cross for Labunga. Labunga, player falls, and he's called for the foul.
Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous play right there. He talked.
Signs of Brad Marchand in the 2011 Cup final against the Vancouver Canucks, if any of you know that moment. Berthiaume will take the free kick. Here's Ibasi. Pressured by three Owls. He goes down. DiGiovanni takes away with speed. Here's Labunga. Labunga trying to get a step to the inside. Tries to find Wojcinski in the middle of the field, but it's too far. Here's Wallingford. He'll drop it back. And all the way back to Berthiaume, who will fire it away. Gaines Roberts, he goes down. Foul is called on O'Connor, and the Owls have a free kick.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see here from the Owls. I mean, it seems like they struggle a little bit to get that last step. You know, I've seen a couple good runs up front by Hartshorn and Wojcinski that just have been ignored from the midfielders. And I think if Keene can figure out the ways to get it through the middle on Castleton, leaving the open, I think they can get a couple goals here early on.
It seems like they have that momentum to get one. And as that one's played into the box too far for Hamzic, he almost got a touch on that. But it feels like one of those games where if the Owls get on the board first, it's almost a sure win. It's always one of those games.
Yeah.
You don't want to say it's a sure one, but I feel like if the Owls can get on top, they're going to play a lot more comfortably. Obviously not too comfortably, but they're going to feel a lot more easily into this game, as I'm not sure if head coach Matt Schmidt has told them, if they were scoreboard watching prior to the game, but it's win or go home. Labonga plays it ahead. Hartshorn. And on top, obviously, in different sports like basketball, hockey, football, win or go home, obviously in football there's ties, but basketball, hockey, no ties. Soccer, you can't tie here either. This is a win or you are eliminated from the playoffs. You do not make it. And I hope head coach Matt Schmidt has drilled that into these boys tonight.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it really is.
And there's a chance, and now Vasquez, he's called for the foul. That would have been a beautiful chance for the Owls, as I was interrupting you there, Ryan, but it will go the other way.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think Keene State's done a really good job here early on showing the pressure, but you know, if they can get a couple goals here, you know, I think early on in this first half, I think it's going to be a really easy, smooth sailing game. But they just can't let themselves, you know, let Castleton score here first, or, you know, make a mistake or something and then be scrambling for goals.
Now here's Wojcinski. And we're getting around that time where we might see some more subs come in for both teams. And something I want to see, Ryan, is a sub from Vermont State Castleton. According to the roster, number 12, Holden Krauthimmel, is listed as a sophomore defender at 6 feet and 21 inches. So that'll be a lot of fun to see if he makes an appearance here tonight.
Yeah, I know that'll be a rarity. We've never seen that before. I mean, this will be a new one for us, certainly.
Didn't know you could go over 12 inches in a foot, let alone really 11 in measurements, but we'll see if he makes an appearance here tonight. Here's the ball sent downfield. Nice move there by Wojcinski. Plays one in, it's knocked away. A follow-up shot is blocked. Here's DiGiovanni keeping it alive. That one fired downfield by Castleton. Here's Wojcinski now. That one taken away. Handled now by Alfani. Trying to get speed. Can he get around Corby? He can, as he plays it downfield, looking for Ibasi. It's knocked away. Here's Bergoza. Labonga. This game has definitely picked up pace here, Ryan. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's end-to-end. It kind of feels a little bit like hockey, a little bit where it's back and forth and non-stop a little bit here.
At first, it was the Owls really kind of controlling it in their own end, dropping it back to the defenders. Now they're playing it upfield and getting back in time. Here's Hamzic. Ahead for Chambers. Chambers into the middle. Hartshorn couldn't handle it. Hamzic comes away with it, however. Damir Hamzic, the shot is saved. And out of bounds off of Berthium. So we'll see the Owls take a corner here. Their first of the evening, technically, although we do consider those Chambers throw-ins corners in essence, but on the stat sheet, this is the Owls' first corner of the evening, and also their first shot on goal.
How are you? Yeah. Well, no, I got poetry and.
Here's Corby setting up to take
Yeah.
the corner kick.
Maybe you still drink beer at your age?
That one sent in. Hamzic couldn't get a touch on it. Hartshorn with the contact. He'll control. Nice move there as he goes down, and the foul is called on the Spartans. That one goes on the senior Tanner Curtis.
Yeah, this is in a dangerous spot here. If you're Castleton, you're going to want to set up a big wall.
We've seen goals from this spot happen before in the Amherst game, where the Owls dropped 2-1 to the defending national champions. The go-ahead goal for Amherst in the second half was scored from just about this position off of Stoll Aliman's head. So Wojcinski will take the free kick from just outside the box. That one curling towards the net, and Berthium hops out and grabs it. Definitely a great play there by Wojcinski, putting it into a spot like that.
No, yeah, that was a beautiful cross. I mean, I think if it was just a little bit less, powerful, I don't think Berthium was able to get out there, but that was beautifully placed. I mean, it was right where everybody was.
Here's Curtis. Downfield chasing after it, Ibasi and Bergoza. That one out of bounds. Bergoza lets it roll, and it will go with the Owls. Here's Hamzic. Bergoza. Hamzic gets it back. DiGiovanni upfield, and now Vasquez. Watched by Joey Beggs. Drop back to Gaines Roberts. Cross into the box and right into the hands of Berthium.
Great idea, keep it up.
And Berthium will fire it away right to DiGiovanni. Goes right through his legs. Now Hamzic heads it away out of danger, and Fare will control. Here's Hamzic. Watched by Ibasi. Now Roberts gets it to Chambers. Chambers upfield. Now Vasquez battling for it with Beggs. That one sent way downfield and onto the Keene State barrier. So Chambers is another spot where you can get it downfield into the box and gives the Owls an opportunity here, Ryan.
Yeah, no, this is another great opportunity. Chambers is just, I mean, I don't know really how he does it, but again, just loops it right into the box.
Here's Labunga. Hamzic looking to get a shot. Battling in the feet, he goes down. Labunga's shot is blocked. And it will stay with Keene State, so we'll see another one of these throw-ins, I believe, from Chambers.
If only they can get some sort of little tip going or something to get it to the middle where it's kind of just everything breaks loose a little bit.
Here's Hartshorn trying to maintain it. Wojcinski in for support. It's cleared away by the Spartans. Now O'Connor takes a shoulder from Hartshorn, and Hartshorn maybe says a few words after that. It will go with the Spartans. The foul is called on the freshman. So Jacob Eisman, the sophomore out of Mechanicville, New York, will set up to take the free kick. Here's Kramer. That one deflected off of Wojcinski. He's chasing after it, almost gets a touch there. And a bad pass controlled now by Roberts. Here's Labunga. Wojcinski pressured by Curtis. Drops it back to DiGiovanni. He gets it back. Handled now by Hartshorn. DiGiovanni across into the box and too far. And now Vasquez and Berthium collide. we'll see what the ruling is here. Definitely incidental contact. Spartans player looking for a card. That was Wyatt Robbie talking with the head referee. We'll get a clock stoppage here as we look at Hanau Vasquez, who's still down on the ground. That was a hard collision, Ryan.
Yeah, that was really tough. But both players, they're not looking at each other, they're looking at the ball.
Yeah.
They have no idea anyone's coming. So, that's a tough collision right there. I think Berthune was the one that kind of had the eyes on it a little bit more, and Vasquez was more or less focused on the ball, and he kind of took the brunt of the hit.
Definitely not a nice sight to see for the Owls, as they need the trainer and head coach Matt Schmidt to come look at Nicholas Hanau Vasquez. We'll take a short break here. Be back in a moment.
New Car Nissan of Keene has over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. The largest selection of new Nissans in New Hampshire. Plus, every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. And will deliver your new car anywhere in the Granite State for free. Come explore our stunning new state-of-the-art facility. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
And welcome back. Still scoreless here, 17:07 remaining in the first half. It's a good sight to see Hanau Vasquez walking on his own after taking a hard collision with Spartans goalkeeper Xander Berthiaume. And he'll take a breather. Hopefully we'll be able to play in the second half, a big piece of this Owls offense. But for right now, Javier Perez de Vargas will be the substitution for Keene State. So I believe it is a goal kick, as Vermont State was signaling for maybe a card there after the collision with the goalkeeper, but really just both players going for the ball, incidental contact, and the ball ended up going out of bounds, so it just resulted in a goal kick.
Yeah, no, that's a tough call because both players are going for the ball. No one's playing each other, but, kind of the goalie has more of the, right of way, I guess you could say, in the box a little bit. So it's kind of tough for Vasquez to go in there hard and, get hit like that, So, I don't think it was definitely not a card, but yeah, I do think it's definitely a foul on Keene State if it goes anyway at all.
Well, I don't know if there was a foul call. I believe it was just
a goal kick.
A goal kick.
If there was any foul there at all,
it would have been on Keene State.
It would have been on Keene State, but I don't think there was anything there really. I think it's just incidental.
We saw lots of incidental contact calls become fouls on Keene State here on Saturday when WestCon traveled here to take on the Owls in women's soccer. That game got out of hand quickly towards the end. It was not a fun sight. The Owls did pull away in that one in senior day to stay undefeated in LEC play. They're live at Vermont State Castleton right now. That one, Vochinsky couldn't get there in time. Alfani now. Here's Hamzic. Chambers now. Under 15 and a half to go in the first half of action. Hartshorn try to get a through ball to Chambers, but he'll get it back. Hartshorn has had some trouble staying up. Here's a chance. Luke Hartshorn, the shot deflected, and the save is made. It will be a corner for Keene State.
Yeah, and this now looks like they're about to break the ice here. They just seem like they have to get something. And I think if you're looking into these next 15 minutes, you don't want to condense the amount of time you have to score one goal in this game to 45 minutes.
Yep.
You want to go in with the momentum, and you want to go in with a happy attitude into that locker room and come out bubbling. You don't want to come out nervous. Like we're not in a comfortable position here yet.
They've played a complete game so far. From my point of view, Tommaso Brivio checking in for Luke Hartshorn as Corby sets up for the corner. Really, so far, I wouldn't have any problems with how the Owls have played. Obviously, that corner kick goes too high out of bounds, but I haven't seen any real problems with the Owls' play so far this half. They've generated chances, been unable to capitalize, but they've been strong on defense. As we approach 14 minutes remaining here in the first half, they've outshot Castleton 8-2. They just haven't been able to break by Xander Berthium.
Yeah, no, I think Castleton's done a good job on defense, blocking the shots and getting in front of things. So it's been hard for Keene to get anything to the net.
Here's Tommaso Brivio trying to get a step on Beggs. Back to Roberts. Roberts plays it on the far sideline for Dylan Chambers. Back to Roberts. Roberts trying to make a move on Sean Butler. That one played in, headed on goal, and saved by Berthium. That one came off the head of Perez de Vargas.
I tried to get him to come today. It's okay.
So the Owls now out shooting the Spartans, 9-2 in total shots, 3-1 in shots on goal. Here's Labunga. Too far for Perez de Vargas. Controlled now by Castleton. Here's Alfani. Off the head of Corby. And now Vochinsky controls. Perez de Vargas tried to get it through to Labunga. It's cleared back. Here's Di Giovanni. Hamzic. That ball up for grabs, but O'Connor gets there first. Here's Corby. Sending it downfield, staying on sides. Brivio battling with Jacob Eisman. Now at midfield, Hamzic. Brivio. The Castleton player is slow to get up. That one played in and taken away. Now in the middle, here's El Aji Abassi. That one deflected off the face of Wallingford, but he'll control. Watched by Roberts. Downfield in the near corner, Alfani. Corby putting the pressure on. Labunga comes in as well. That ball off of Corby's shin. And it's a throw-in, a deep throw-in there just before the baseline. A foul there called on Martin Labunga, committed on Liam Kramer. And so a free kick from a somewhat dangerous position here for the Spartans.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. If I'm Keene State, just anything that's kind of a little opportunity to get in.
That one headed in the wrong direction. Eisman now trying to control. Kramer will drop it back. And Hamzic gets it out of danger. Now players going down, coming away with it is Dylan Chambers.
1-on-5, you got him.
Roberts couldn't get it through, but Chambers will regain. Here's Hamzic. Bergoza. Downfield too far for Labunga. Will that ball stay in bounds? I believe he could have gotten that.
Yeah, no, I think if he got on his horse, he would have been able to get there. Might have been a missed opportunity.
You just saw Bergoza go, hands up, what are you doing? Run to the ball as the grass really caught that one up. That throw-in goes out of bounds, so the Owls will get the ball back. So Chambers will trot over to try and fire that one into a scoring opportunity or a scoring zone there in the box.
Find it, Lloyd.
That one bouncing around and poked away by Berthiaume. What a play there from the sophomore. Now here come the Spartans with speed. That's a great shot there. Alfani racing with Wojcinski. Now played back and possessed by Castleton. Under 9 minutes to go here in half number 1. We still have no score between the Owls and the Spartans. Here's Corby. Plays that one away for a Castleton throw-in. Some substitutions made here. Nate Lurie checking in for the Spartans. Carter Poignet will replace Jack DiGiovanni for the Owls. And Lurie will replace El Hadji Ibasi. So that's Joey Beggs who will take the throw-in. O'Connor plays that one into the diving hands of Matteo Fare. Here's Corby. Good pressure there from Curtis. Corby goes down. And it will go out of bounds for a Castleton throw-in, so no foul called there.
Yeah, that one was an interesting one for sure. I think that one was a clear call.
Corby's confused. Head coach Matt Schmidt is confused. A substitution made by the Spartans. Sam Barr will check in for CJ Wallingford.
Oh, come on!
As that's another whistle.
You
Corby
got that one?
is now called for the foul. So a tough 30 seconds there for Jack Corby. As Nate Lurie, who just came on a few moments ago, will take the free kick. That one played in, headed away by Hamzic, headed back into the box. Hamzic gets another touch on it, a shot, they score! What a goal from Jacques Alfani! Puts the Spartans up first.
That's your one opportunity right there. That's your shot.
An absolute rocket from outside the box on the one touch. His third goal of the season silences the crowd here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field. Now under 7 minutes remaining. The Owls potentially may go into the locker room down 1 in a winner-go-home game.
This is so tough because you spent the entire half on the offensive front.
Yep.
The entire half.
Poignet couldn't get the air on that one, and the Spartans will control again. Barr drops it back. That one's sent downfield. Alfani chasing after it again. Chambers gets there first. And it will be a Spartans throw-in. So just like that, obviously with the goal, but all the momentum in Vermont State's favor.
Yeah, I mean, I really think it's just draining for them. It just takes the life right out of you. I mean, it's even further because it's a spoiler game, you know.
That one too far. Was it off of Corby? It was not. So it'll be an Owls goal kick. There's still 6 minutes to try and get something going here to give yourself some momentum heading into the locker room. If not, though, I don't think that this is the crusher for the Owls. They have plenty of time to adjust. They've been down, like we mentioned, in many games at halftime here at home that they've managed to win. We talk about RPI. Obviously, they scored to tie it in the first half, but still down 1 RPI. Endicott we bring up. Amherst, they lost that game, but still battled hard in that one. They were tied at halftime against Plymouth State, came out on top late. So definitely the Owls, this Owls team has that fight in them. So I wouldn't put them away just yet, Ryan.
No, absolutely not. I mean, they have 45 minutes to work with in that second half. They're just going to have to be efficient, you know what I mean? They're going to have to really get things done, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We need an Endicott situation again where, you know, obviously not as fast, but you need something where these guys go out there and they really get 2 momentum swing goals.
All you need is one, really, to start it off. And if they don't get it here in the final 5 minutes of the first half, it will have to come I'd say in the first 15 of the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you want to get it earlier on, too. You want that swing in your direction because you want that offensive pressure.
Here's a shot from outside. That one had power behind it off Poirier, but it got blocked. And a handball called on the Owls there. That's Perez de Vargas. Poirier was trying to one-up Alfani there. What a blast. So Berthiaume will set up the free kick. That one sent downfield. Poirier will get it over to Chambers. Brevio. Downfield, too far for Perez de Vargas, cleared out of bounds by the Spartans into the woods. Quickly in, that one too far behind the net on the cross. It will be a goal kick for Castleton. Under 4 minutes to go here in half number one.
Yeah, no, and it seems like Keene State's kind of gravitated more to the outside than the inside here offensively, and I think they've started to struggle a bit more. I think the outside doesn't work as well crossing into the box, but that short passing kind of, maneuvering it around in the middle has worked a lot better.
They haven't really had that definitive chance that they usually have in the first half or early in the second half. We'll be yet to see that, but they are out shooting Castleton in total shots and shots on goal, but all three of those shots on goal have been relatively easy saves for Berthiaume, who is playing a great game, not to mention.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. You've done a great job managing this game. The defense from Castleton's blocked a couple good shots by Keene State, but they've done well getting in front of it, and I think Keene State has done a great job, keeping the ball forward, but they have struggled to finish off the job.
We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first half, 2:48 and counting. As that one's played downfield, controlled by Bergoza, he'll send it back, chasing after it is Brevio. A Spartans player goes down, we play on. Brevio trying to get a step. That one played in, just too far. That one almost had a shot for the goal line. Poirier can't control, now taken away. The player goes down, Bergoza takes it away. Here's Brevio, that one played out of danger. Controlled now by Hamzic. We've seen this recently, Damir Hamzic making these rushes, almost like you see a defenseman in hockey carry it from coast to coast.
Yeah, no, Hamzic's done a good job with that, too. I mean, he set people up. We saw in the Plymouth State game. He set a couple people up in the second half. We thought they were almost going to get a goal.
He does have that one goal on the season as well against Endicott. That one was the one to tie it up when Martin Labunga scored about a minute and a half later to give the Owls the lead. I will always reminisce on that game. That was a lot of fun, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was a crazy game. I mean, I've never really seen a time where a team scored 2 goals and then never scored the rest of the game.
Yeah. Here's Vochinski. That ball moving through tight spaces. It's played away. And off of Alfani and out of bounds. This is Castleton's, as you see, their first lead in a conference game this season. So if there was any game to play your best, especially play spoiler, Castleton's doing a great job of that in terms of their entire conference schedule.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
As we are under a minute to go here in half number one. Good assist there by the event staff, helping Dylan Chambers get that ball in quickly. That one cleared back downfield, chasing after it, Jack Corby. 40 seconds left. That one found its way out. We're under 30 to go. Corby will play it downfield. Here's Alfani. 10 seconds left. Chambers, a bullet downfield. handled by Hamzic, trying to get a shot off. The save is made by Berthield. And that will do it for half number one. Some late pushes and shoves between Brevio and Jacob Eisman, but that will do it. Castleton leads 1-0 over Keene State, looking to play spoiler and knock the Owls out of playoff contention. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of half number two on the Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is gonna fall.
There she goes, and she's got it! How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
We know you will find your community along Appian Way here at Keene State College. Over a campfire on the Student Center lawn. In some friendly games and competition. Or in a club you connect to at the Student Involvement Fair. Maybe you will find your people on the courts, in a cheering section in the stands, at the rink on the ice, skating as an owl, or chilling in the yoga studio. Your connections may take place on the quad, listening to music, hanging out with friends, participating in a Keene State tradition like Pumpkin Palooza, or working on a group project, studying with classmates. Maybe your talents will bring you together with your community on one of our stages, in the main theater, or the recital hall at the Red Fern Arts Center. For us, community is all about the people you meet and the connections you make. At Keene State, our community is really about you.
A clear and chilly night for the Owl Athletic Complex in Keene, New Hampshire. Tonight begins the final week of the field hockey regular season as the Keene State Owls host the Castleton Spartans. Keene State in their alternate black jerseys against Castleton in their regular whites on the road. Sent into the circle, now it's to Grace Bazin. Grace Bazin a chance and a kick saved by Martin. Here's Delanis now, moving into the circle. Delanis trying to cross it in front for Grace Bazin, who shoots, and she scores! Grace Bazin does it again. And Keene State is on the board first tonight. It's 1-0.
And Ryan, that's exactly what you said the Owls needed to do. They needed to score first here at home, especially at night.
Endicott and the other UNE. There's Grace Bazin again, another shot, and another goal. 35 for Grace Bazin. And already leaving her mark on this one tonight.
This is unbelievable, Ryan. This is legend in the making, Grace Bazin. Already 2 goals, not even 10 minutes into the first quarter.
And the Owls have an early 2-goal lead. Back it goes, a long shot, and that one going wide of the goal. And here she is again, long shot, going wide left.
I believe that was Emma Bazin.
And could have a respectable playoff spot, depending on tonight, although Delanis takes it. Upfield, here's Seabury, nice pass, back to Delanis, the one-timer, and it's kicked out for Seabury. Over to Piasecki. Piasecki still with it, in on goal, a save by Martin. Western Connecticut as well. Handle business pretty well there as out to Vidal. Vidal takes a shot. Ball still loose in front of the goal. Another shot on Martin, and that time it's a goal. And was that Picard?
I believe it was.
Elise Picard. I believe we'll get credit with the goal.
At first, I thought maybe El McDonald got the last tap in on the far post, but Picard did sneak it in.
Nice saves early on from Zoe Martin, but she's had many looks. So you get a look there at another Keene State team. Here's Bazin in front, another chance at a hat trick. And that one goes wide.
They have until the last whistle of the fourth quarter, no matter if they're up 15 or down by 15.
Seabury, nice pass, or excuse me, Bazin, nice passing, and then another goal. I think Emma Bazin that time got it to make it 4-0 Keene.
Right on cue, too. What a showing from the Owls tonight. Unbelievable.
So Keene State with a commanding 4-goal lead with 3:18 to go here in the first half. Tick away.
Yeah, we'll see what adjustments Castleton can make, at least with handling the ball here as we head into half number 2.
Yeah, what a first half it was for Keene State. They lead it by a total of 4 as we head into the break.
It's a cold night. It's cold. The sun's down.
Oh, trying to get it through, and there you go, 5-0. Let's see who gets the final credit there on that one.
Seabury with the final deflection, 36 seconds into the second half. This is a beatdown.
Well, forget about Owls for Owls. That is Grace Seabury's 8th goal of the season.
Because you're heading into the LEC playoffs, you want to host a playoff game. You want to see if Basin scores again. Here's Seabury.
There we go, Seabury again. Ball still loose in front of the goal. Trying to make it 6-0. A scrum for it. Still loose.
And I believe Keene State will control that. Castleton's not going to be going away anytime soon. Tomorrow night, men's soccer hosts their final LEC game. He's a chance for Delanis.
Great. Yeah, great job there. Megan Delanis with the goal to make it 6-0. If it wasn't a laugher already, it certainly is now. That's her 9th of the year.
I feel like
Keene all over Castleton tonight.
I feel like every time we want to talk about something, we can't.
Yeah,
because Keene
scored.
Let's go, Keene!
6 total. Shot, that time saved by Diamondstein.
Yeah, what a save from the freshman. Did when I do that, but I like doing it anyways.
Owls trying to make it 7 goals. Here's another shot on Martin, and that one is saved. So here in this one, up 6. Pass going through. Oh, it finds its way perfectly to McDonald, but a save is made by Martin. Another chance. Sylvester gives it one last whack, and Keene State shuts out Castleton tonight. 6-0 the final. And a huge win for the Owls. They now have officially locked up at worst the number 3 seed in the LEC playoffs and get back on track, snap their 2-game losing streak.
That was fun, Ryan. Definitely a win the Owls needed in dominant fashion. We'll see how they can close out the season here.
Yeah, should be interesting to see what they do. Of course, will not be on the Owls Media Network on Saturday as they're on the road against Southern Maine. But we will have an interview with Coach Watson as well as at least one Owls player here for this one. Keene State with a convincing 6-0 win over Castleton tonight. And we hope you stay tuned for our post-game interviews here on Flow Sports.
And welcome back to Dr. Ron Butcher Field for the start of the second half between Vermont State Castleton and Keene State here on the Owls Media Network. Castleton leading 1-0 after the first half. Jacques Alfani, the goal scorer for the Spartans. A look at the LEC scoreboard. This is the only game that needs to finish on the final day of LEC action. UMass Boston took down UMass Dartmouth 4-0. Southern Maine blew out Plymouth State 7-1. Wow. And Rhode Island College, the result that Keene State was mainly looking at, took down Eastern Connecticut 3-1, allowing Keene State to only get in with a win. Look at the Little East standings here. WestCon has already locked up the number 1 seed. UMass Boston has locked up the number 2. Southern Maine sits at 3. EastCon at 4. UMass Dartmouth at 5. And at the moment, Rhode Island College at 6. Keene State looking into the playoffs from the outside at number 7. Needing a comeback win here tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be tough here in the second half. I think what you're going to see out of Vermont State Castleton is a more of a reduced defensive formation. You're going to see them as they're going to probably drop the striker back. They're probably going to pull the midfielders back to the defensive side, and they're going to lock down all the way through the second half. I mean, they're going to try to hold this 1-0 lead with all they have, and they're going to try to keep Keene State, out of the goal. And that's the thing if you're Keene State is you got to just be patient. You got to relax. You got to remember you have 45 minutes to play with here and not look at it as, oh, we only have 45 minutes to play here. Because you really need those 2 goals, but at the same time, you really need to start focusing on getting those passes down and getting those, through balls in, and then you're trying to finishing off the shots. That's something they've struggled with.
And as we were talking at halftime, the Owls can't tie.
No, they can't.
They need 2 goals.
It has to be 2 goals.
And it has to be a win.
It has to be.
So obviously falling down 1-0.
And you already know you're going to have to run the table once you're in the playoffs.
Yep. You're not going to play a single home game. You're going to be on the road if you make it all the way to the championship. So definitely a must-have second half from the Owls. Once again, Teddy Steinberg joined by Ryan Otterson. Thanks for tuning back in to Owls Men's Soccer here on the Owls Media Network on Flow Sports. Here's Bergoza.
Yeah, and something that's interesting to me is like last year they had a losing record, but they had a good conference record. And then this year they've almost had a winning record, but they've had an iffy conference record. It's kind of interesting that the roles have kind of flipped around a little bit here for Keene.
Definitely a strange season that one played in and handled by Berthiaume. That one came off the foot of Chambers. Yeah, definitely a mixed emotions season, as you can call it. You start off undefeated at home. You lose your first conference game at East Con, almost pull off a stunning comeback, and then, you fall to 0-3 in the conference while still winning solid non-conference games at home. It's really just been a tricky season for Keene State.
Yeah, no, it's just been those conference matchups they've just struggled at immensely compared to the non-conference matchups. And, I think it comes with, their offensive struggles this year. A lot of these teams in the LEC, they score a lot, and a lot of these teams, you look at UMass Boston, UMass Dartmouth, they're putting up a lot of goals a game. And, Keene State can't compete with that.
Yeah. But also, it's games they should have had. Southern Maine on the road, that's a tough one to drop. Obviously, they're the 3 seed right now, still a tough one. East Con, you almost pull off the comeback, but undefeated West Con. They're 8-0 in conference play. I talked with some of the players prior to that game. A nice move there by Hartshorn. Here's Brevio trying to get a chance. Slid along to LaBunga, taken away now by Berthiaume, sliding in and grabbing it. But as I was mentioning, I talked with some of the players after that West Con game. The Owls outshot them the entire game by multiple shots. They lost that game 3-2. They were saying West Con was a beatable team. Definitely a beatable team. Also, you tied UMass Boston here with a late, last-minute goal. It's really, if you don't drop those conference games you should have, the table looks a lot different in a really up-for-grabs LEC, especially if you sneak into the tournament here.
Yeah, no, and I think what you see there is, you look at those games, there's just a lot of opportunities that just don't come to fruition, That's one of the big issues that I've seen, biggest this year is just all the opportunities that they miss. They have a lot of creativity in the midfield sections, and, they have Martin Lubunga, and, Wojcinski's been great all year, and, they do well, but it's just that last pass they always struggle to find and, get it to the goal.
And we've mentioned the first half. Most of the time they're weathering the storm, but in also some instances they've struggled in the first half.
Yeah, no, they definitely, had really good ups in that half. We talked about it before, Castleton scored. We were like, Keene's had a pretty good half here. They had a lot of shots on goal, a lot of opportunities. They outshot Vermont State 11-3, in that first half. That's a pretty big margin. But Vermont State's the one with the goal, and that's the tough situation that you have. But at the same time, it comes down to that defensive, transition. They got to get back on that defensive end.
Here's Chambers into the middle. That one knocked away. And Brevio slide tackles a man down. We play on. He plays that to the middle. LaBunga got hit from behind, stayed on his feet, but we play on as well. We mentioned him in past broadcasts here that the Owls are a second half team, especially at home. And this is, once again, a second half that they need to have. So we'll see if the Owls can pull through.
Yeah, and it's tough. You just saw right there. Again, they're playing, it looks like Vermont State's going with a 5-4-1 here formation in the second half. It's just completely locking down that back end, one-man total to play against the defense on that counterattack.
Yep. Now here's Chambers. Just about 5 minutes have passed here in the second half. Wojcinski chasing after it. Played out of bounds by Beggs. So Chambers will look to get this in as deep as possible. As he retreats to basically the stands to charge up and throw that ball in. That one headed on. Hamzic didn't have enough steam on it, too high in the air. Played out to Baragoza, who will drop it back to Corby. Mateo Fare is at quarter into the field, halfway to midfield. Hamzic gets the touch, intercepted, but he gets it back, goes down, and the foul is called on Michael O'Connor. Hamzic and O'Connor collided in the first minute or two there at midfield. O'Connor, however, gets called for the contact there.
Yeah, I mean, it's looked like it's going to be Giovanni to take the kick. He does a good job fighting it in, but you're going to look for like someone like Hamzic in the box. You know, he's one of the taller players. Yep. He's one of the more physical players in that box. You're going to want to see him. You're not going to have Vasquez in there right now.
Nope. As he took that collision in the first half. A low one, that found an Owl's foot, but I don't know if they were expecting it. Now that one played near side. Chambers trying to get a step on Wallingford. Brevio, here's DiGiovanni. A nice little touch, but too far on the second touch. That one cleared out of bounds for an Owls throw-in. So if you're Keene State down one in a game like this, we mentioned this during the halftime break, you need to score at least in the first 15 to give yourself some type of chance, because if you're down one, say with 25, even 20 minutes left, you're in rough shape. Baragoza and O'Connor go down. Chambers from outside the box. Hamzic and Berthiaume collide. Labunga sends it sky high. The shot wouldn't have counted anyways, as offsides is called on the Owls. And so Berthiaume will set it up to fire it away. Him and Hamzic collided there off the shot from Chambers.
Not the first one we've seen tonight.
No. Definitely a tough goalkeeper for Castleton. Here's Alfani, nice touch there, but too far for Ibasi. Sent back downfield off the back of Hartshorn. He doesn't know where it is. Now Alfani and Wojcinski. Alfani goes down. Wojcinski comes away with it. No foul. Here's Roberts. Nice move there in midfield. Finds Tommaso Brevio. Brevio drops it back too far for DiGiovanni and taken back by the Spartans. Here's O'Connor. Now Ibasi, a nice move there. Gets a give and go. Good foot there from Baragoza. And the Owls take it back over. DiGiovanni takes some contact. We play on. And now here's Chambers. Brevio now on the back end for Keene State. Definitely a strange position there. Him and Hartshorn back in for the Owls, or both in, pardon me. And Corby will play it for Wojcinski. Hamzic. Here's Baragoza. That one sent downfield, headed away. Good touch there by Curtis. Eisman. Contact there. That ball will find its way out. So Chambers will take the throw in. He'll fire it over to Mateo Fare. Here's Corby. Bargoza now controls that midfield. Off the head of Brevio. And Wallingford can't get there in time. Hamzic for Dylan Chambers. Give and go. Nice cut there by Demir Hamzic. Tries to get a step, makes contact with the Spartans player. He goes down, we play on. Wallingford gets it knocked away. Boczynski can't get it away from Ibasi. Now that one's sent downfield. Alfani chasing after with Corby. Alfani gets it by a sliding Jack Corby. Alfani, the goal scorer, that header goes wide. What a chance there for Tanner Curtis to try and basically almost put this game away.
Yeah, if you really got to realize right now, if you're Keene State, like one goal is what's going to really decide, you know, this game. I think you got to know, like, if you let them score here, you know, you might as well call it, you know.
Lobunga battling for possession. Now Hartshorn has control. Here's Corby. Hamzic. Over on the near sideline, Dylan Chambers. Ahead for Roberts, too far for the freshman, taken back by Castleton. Now Hartshorn chasing after it. And trying to slow things down a little bit. Find some time and space. Now a slow pass. Corby's able to get there first. Far side to Chambers. Brevio. Ahead for Chambers, a centering pass and no one there. Berthiaume will handle with ease. So 12 minutes have passed so far, under 33 minutes to go, and like we mentioned, the Owls want to really get back into this game. They got to get one quick. Here's Hamzic. Chambers. Now Roberts. Back to Chambers. The Owls trapped on the sideline. DiGiovanni now in the middle of the field. Gets a give and go from Hartshorn. Ahead for Lobunga. Lobunga trying to make a move. He gets it poked away. What a defensive play there by the Spartans. Now the whistle blown and the foul is called on Lobunga. Chambers now down on the ground. Potentially a cramp for the senior defender. We'll see if the Owls will make a sub here, as we'll get a clock stoppage as Javi Sims will replace Dylan Chambers. So Berthiaume will take the free kick. Lobunga gets a good head on it. And a good step there from Corby. Ahead for Hartshorn. Hartshorn didn't have his head turned. And now Eisman. Now contact there from Hartshorn. He's called for the foul. Definitely not the right play there from Luke Hartshorn.
No, and this is starting to get to that 15-minute mark where we're said we needed a goal here. I think if you're Keene State, you know, you start to get a little frantic here, but you really got to settle in because they've yet to settle in this half and really set anything up.
There's been really no big chance for Keene State so far to start this half. Here's Roberts, DiGiovanni.
And that's just what we just saw right there. You know, that's a slow transition up the field. You know, you have all those guys up the field, and you have no one back defending if you're Castleton, because you're all locking it down and you're passing backwards to your defenders. Like that's what's causing your offensive struggles tonight.
Who I'm looking at
you're
is
not transitioning.
Who I'm looking at is Luke Hartshorn, who's very diminished with, obviously, like you're saying, the slow transitions. You're down 2. I mean, you're down 1. You need 2. You need to win this game. You have to go.
And you have Tommaso Brivio jumping up and down, screaming for the ball.
Just not the showing, at least for the start of the second half, we thought we'd see out of Keene State. Here's Sims, DiGiovanni. Javi Sims now. Taking his time, DiGiovanni. Nice move there. Getting it through, here's Wojcinski. DiGiovanni now gets it knocked away. And no one there to replace that hole. And Damir Hamzic throws a shoulder check, we play on. That one ahead, Brivio gets a shot off, and that one would have missed the net if it kept going. Berthiaume puts a stop to it. Now under 30 to go here in Keene. Castleton up 1, the Owls needing a win to march their way into the LEC playoffs. Here's Wallingford. Wojcinski plays it off his chest. Roberts. You could definitely tell a good player, especially in transition for Keene State. Elias Stolaliman is not in action tonight.
Yeah, I really think that's a big loss. He's been a terrific leader for this team. I mean, not just as a player, but on that back end, being a communicator for that team as well.
One of those senior leaders for Keene State. That ball too far for Brivio, and a goal kick is awarded for Castleton. You can start to see the frustration showing from the Owls forwards.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just been a rough night. I mean, it's been hard to get anything, going. And, we talked about the transitions to the middle as they've been making runs all night, and the forwards have been trying to get open, and they just have yet to, find them.
Tommaso Brivio will be subbed in for by Esteban Henao. Here's Sims ahead for Henao. That one off of Spartan. It will stick with the Owls. We are still yet to see Nicholas Henao Vasquez make a return here tonight. That one now controlled by Wojcinski. Back to DiGiovanni. Here's Corby now. Under 28 to go. Hartshorn. The Owls cannot get anything going in the middle of the field, Ryan.
No, I mean, it's just hard when you have all those guys back. You can see Castleton's built a formation.
That one played on goal, handled by Berthiaume. Chasing after it is Henao, and diving on top of it is the Spartans goalkeeper. They have all 11 back.
Yeah, I mean, they have only one man kind of floating up top, but even he's kind of been drifting back to cover the defensive end. I mean, that's what you have to expect, though.
Exactly.
Keene State, that's what Castleton wants, is they want this win, and it'll be their one conference win, and that's important to them, you know what I mean? And they're going to hold down this fort for the rest of the game, and Keene's going to have to be the ones responsible for finding a break.
And we've already mentioned, this is their first lead in a conference game all season. And obviously, it's tough to say this, but Keene State's just got to shoot it. Whether it's from outside, whether it's from the side, shoot the ball, because if it's on goal, it has a chance of going in. And they really haven't done much of that at all in the second half.
Yeah, they've struggled to get the ball on net, and that's just been the issue, is they just don't shoot it very well. And they don't take their shots as well, as that's the issue, is they don't take it, and they pass an extra pass, or they're kind of, just a little bit, disorganized out there. I think if they could have that consistency, they'd be doing terrific.
That one went off of Corby, so it will be a Castleton throw-in. As Castleton will try and drain as much clock as possible. Here's Eva C on the sideline. Castleton came into this game knowing exactly what they needed to do, and they are executing that plan to perfection here tonight.
Yeah, I know this is exactly the game plan that they brought into this: score and then hold down the fort for the rest of the game. And, Keene State's given them that opportunity to play right into their hands.
The thing is, if you think about it, Castleton didn't even need to score. If they hold down the fort and shut down the Owls, a tie does not get the Owls in, especially after the Rhode Island College win. Here's Hartshorn. Over for Sims. Sims able to take control of it. Here's Hanau. That one knocked away by Tanner Curtis. It will be a Keene throw-in. Sims now gets it into Hamzic, who gets it back. Bargoza too hard on the touch, taken away by Castleton. Here's Ibasi, and that pass too far, poked away by O'Connor. Corby had trouble handling it, and we've seen Mateo Fare way out of his area, especially the box. He's been almost near midfield, as almost turning into a last line of defense or a last line of offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I think Keene State's trying to do, is they're trying to push more offense up the field. So he's kind of been playing a little bit more of as a defender position, because you never know with the opportunities.
Labonga, long shot on goal, handled easily by Berthiaume. And if the Owls do manage to tie this game, I wouldn't be surprised if in the final minutes, Mateo Fare is up past midfield for a chance to be another offensive player for the Owls.
Yeah, I mean, especially on corner kicks, that's when you see it the most, is those last-minute corner kicks that send the keeper up, because there's going to be no opportunity to really score the other way, and so it's the last gasp. But I think Keene State needs to get that first goal first before, because, I mean, right now they're still struggling to even get one.
Yeah. Offside called on the Owls, so the Spartans will take over. Here's Wojcinski. Labonga. He's been so clutch for the Owls this season. We'll see if he's got another one in him. Calling for it on the far sideline is Hartshorn. He'll get it, and offsides is called again on Keene. Hartshorn can't believe it.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating night for the offense for sure. I mean, that's just another thing that gets added on to it.
We approach the 23-minute mark here in the second half. The Owls have been shut down by the Spartans to this point. Here's Wojcinski falling down, still getting a touch on it, and the foul is called on Jacques Alfani. Here's Hamzic. Over to Sims. The Owls are playing too much on the outside, Ryan.
Yeah, no, we talked about it in the first half. It's hard to get it in through the outside and getting in the crosses. They don't have many tall or physical, offensive players other than Demir Hamzic, who's out there. Usually you have Vasquez out there, but he's hurt, and so they need to go through the middle. It's usually called like a tiki-taka, where you just kind of pass quick, short passes. Yep. That's what more their game is. Wojcinski likes to make those runs. Hartshorn likes to make those runs. It's kind of that sort of thing where they need to make those quick little passes instead of be doing all the long sort of crosses and stuff like that.
And we noticed them. It's one of their drills they do in warm-ups, those quick, short passes, which they really do have to utilize more here tonight. And especially in the dying minutes in the second half. 21 and a half to go. Hartshorn couldn't get it on goal. Hartshorn the follow-up. What a save. It trickles in. Luke Hartshorn ties the game. The Owls still needing one, though, Ryan.
Yeah, no, they finally get their opportunity and they finally break the ice, and now they got 21 minutes. 21 minutes here for the season.
Definitely a needed goal for Keene State. I thought that ball bounced straight up after an unbelievable effort by Xander Berthiaume, but Hartshorn gets the last touch. He gets the ball to trickle into the net. And the Owls have life. That's the freshman's third goal of the season, possibly his biggest.
Yeah, now you can tell Castleton's even just going to drop everybody back even further. They're going to kind of play more of a defensive front. They're not going to let Keene State, get this one easy.
Here's Corby.
Too cold? Too cold to throw?
Chambers over to Sims. The Owls still needing one goal, a win to get in, a loss or a tie eliminates them. Labunga couldn't get it over to Wojcinski, now handled by Castleton. Labunga, a good step there, taking it away. That one's in the middle. Hartshorn again, that shot was deflected en route to Berthiaume. So Berthiaume will fire it back downfield. Here's Chambers. We approach the 20-minute mark here in Keene, New Hampshire. And now crossed into the box, deflected off the defender's foot, and cleared back away by Castleton. That one sent back downfield and handled by Alfani, who will just play it away once again. Fare comes out and he will handle it. Here's Sims. Sub looking to come on for Castleton. Nate Wood looking to check in. The sophomore from Middleborough, New York. As a cross attempt gets blocked, Hartshorn drops it back. A shot, that one cleared away, never got through. Here's Bergoza now. Definitely a position the Owls would favor with this much time left. That goal is huge, as they still have time to get another one. And Castleton really isn't going to try and go down and score unless they have a clear shot at it, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I think Castleton's real game plan here is to just try to ice Keene State out of this game. I think that's really the only strategy you have here. You can't really compete offensively with Keene. The best thing you can do is lock things down. But I think Keene State's chances have really improved throughout this, second half. I think their opportunities that they've made for themselves have also improved. So I couldn't be surprised if, Keene State ends up getting this goal here.
That one sent all the way down to Mateo Fari. He'll play it back to midfield, and it's almost like after that goal, obviously, it's nice to have it. The Owls have realized we need to get this next one. Here's Sims with speed, trying to make a move and trying to get a step into the middle. Labunga now controls a shot. That one was 20 feet wide.
Yeah, no, that's not an opportunity you want to take there.
No.
You want to keep the ball moving if you really don't have a clear shot here, because you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get left in this game. It's soccer, so you don't know how many shots you're going to get left. In 17 minutes.
Berthiaume will take the goal kick. Keene State outshooting Castleton by 14, outshooting them on goal 6-2. Obviously, that's not Castleton's plan. You gotta be careful with that one. That one handled easily by Fare, but I mean, it's just 18 total shots. You've only found 6 of them to hit the goal. It's been tough for Keene State.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has been difficult here tonight. I think it's just been hard in the second half as well. I think the opportunities were really supposed to come in that first half when Vermont was playing more of the same as Keene State was formation-wise, but now that they're playing defensively, it's really hard.
17 minutes to go here or knotted up at 1. Jack Corby gets credited for the assist on Hartshorn's third of the year. Now the Spartans really just trying to control and take some more time off the clock. Hamzic, a good takeaway there on the fresh sub, Nate Wood. Here's DiGiovanni. That one poked back, and Wood still applying pressure. Kept up by Wallingford. Here's Wood. Chambers gets the poke on it, but it's played back by the Spartans. Sims gets a touch. Battling with Wallingford. Coming away with it is DiGiovanni. Gets contact from behind, ahead for Labonga. Labonga trying to find space in a shot. Here's Hartshorn, back to the middle. Labonga, the shot, and the save is made by Berthiaume. What a chance for Martin Labonga.
Yeah, you know, you think Martin Labonga might be the hero again, but Berthiaume's just been terrific here tonight. I mean, he's locked down not 18 of our shots, but, you know, 6 of our shots on goal.
It will result in a corner for Keene State. So the chance has not been put out yet. Jack Corby will take the corner as usual. 15.5 minutes to go. Owls in need of a win here tonight. That one poked out by Berthiaume, out of position now, and he gets his hands onto the ball. Still in motion, but what's the ruling here? Labonga still standing over Berthiaume, and it will be a free kick for the Spartans. So I'm not sure if there was a foul called there, but contact with the goalie, yes, there was a foul. As the ball was still in motion, but Berthiaume was able to get his hands on it. As the Owls try to regain possession, a player goes down, the foul is called on Hartshorn.
Yeah, this is where you don't want to get too aggressive.
And we're going to get a clock stoppage here. The referee has just thrown out Vermont State head coach John O'Connor. Or not thrown him out, having a talk to him. I saw the motion. I'm used to watching baseball, but yellow card assist to O'Connor. Pardon me for the mistake. I thought he has just been thrown out of the game, as the immediate signal really got me there. Carter Poignet will check in for Jack DiGiovanni. And so 14-13 to go here in the second half. And they're going to reset the clock, actually put 13 more seconds on to 14:26. As Castleton will get the free kick. Eisman sends it downfield. Hamzic now controls. Pressure coming from Castleton. You haven't seen this in a while. It will be a Castleton throw-in. And now they will potentially look to put this game away, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to...
Now one sent out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick.
I didn't know what their strategy was, but I kind of let play out of it there and we figured it out.
Just trying to drain some clock here, as they are tied with Keene State, which at the moment has Keene State still on the outside looking in. Here's Chambers. Poignet, good lead pass for Esteban Henao. Henao, that one, Berthiaume will control. Henao will chase, but Berthiaume will just pick it right back up. That one, he was trying to cross it in, couldn't get the spin on it. And so now we approach the 13-minute mark to go. Here's Corby. Wojcinski. Played away. Labunga off his chest, taken away by the Spartans. O'Connor drops it back. Here's Beggs on the near sideline. Wallingford off of Sims and out of bounds. Got a clock stoppage here for a substitution. Gaines Roberts back on for Keene State. Here's Sims. Curtis, that one, Sims couldn't keep it in bounds. And so the clock keeps ticking, 12 and a half to go. That one off of Roberts. And so the Spartans gradually keep getting further down at the field with their throw-ins.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep trying to kill clock here. That's all they're doing is just moving in possession with it.
Here's Ibasi. Poignet knocks it away. Beggs now. Player goes down. Hamzic now controls. Demir Hamzic, he says, I'll do it myself, going coast to coast. The slide tackle, Hamzic stays on his feet. The ball poked out, it will stay with the Owls. So Chambers will take that throw-in, signaling for some of his teammates to get into the box, possibly for a chance here.
Yeah, we're going to have an outnumbered box here. You know, you're going to have 2 back for Keene State, and you're going to have none back for Castleton.
Castleton does get the first touch on it. Poignet couldn't get a lot on it. The ball's still alive, and Roberts is the first one to get there on the near sideline. Roberts, fancy footwork, makes a move, pass into the middle, that one knocked away. Ibasi couldn't get a good touch on it. Wojcinski now, under 11 minutes to go. Bergoza trying to get through 2 Spartans. Labunga comes away with it. That one cleared away by Liam Kramer. It will be an Owls throw-in.
Yeah, and you just had absolutely no one up for Vermont State, and that's just going to be so hard for Keene State to get anything moving and going. They couldn't do it when they had the even attack, you know, and now they have the, you know, odd man attack.
Poignet back to midfield. Here's Chambers. Sims gives it back. Under 10 and a half to go. Off of Sims, played by the Spartans. Here's Hartshorn. Hartshorn gets a step around 1, gets a step around 2. He goes down with Beggs, and contact made afterwards by Curtis. A foul is called on Hartshorn, so that's the 3rd foul of the half by the freshman. And the emotions look like they're starting to get to him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been a frustrating game, you know. Offensively, he had the goal, and, you know, I think he's probably felt like he's had more opportunities than, you know, or he should have had more opportunities tonight than he has, and that's just going to be frustrating.
He does have the 1 goal for the Owls so far. As the whistle is blown, the Owls will get a free kick. Under 10 minutes to go. Chambers sets it up. Bergoza. DiGiovanni looking to check back in. Corby sends it downfield. Hartshorn chasing after it. Berthiaume hops up there and grabs it. And he'll fire that one away. Now 4 players upfield for Castleton. Roberts, a nice touch over to Sims. Now Roberts trying to get a cross in and headed away by the Spartans. That was a great idea there. Hartshorn. Over for Roberts. 9 minutes to go here. Roberts across, another one cleared away. Chambers back to Bergoza. That one sent downfield. Labunga heads it into the middle. Wojcinski trying to get a touch on it. Still battling with 3 Spartans. Cleared away. Berthiaume now out of position. Roberts shoots. That one going out off the wrong side of the head of Hamzic. Here's Labunga. That one poked out of bounds. Labunga goes down. A Keene State corner. Under 8.5 minutes to go. The Owls have to move.
Yeah, no, this is where you go time. You know, this is where it's desperation here. You got 8 minutes left for your whole entire season.
Corby will set up to take it. 8:10 to go here in Keene. We are tied at 1. The Owls needing a win to get into the LEC tournament. Played into the box. Too far for Hamzic. Is it off of a Spartan? I believe it is. So another corner for Keene State. Substitution made. DiGiovanni will walk on. As we're under 8 minutes remaining, he will replace Sims. A clock stoppage. So the Owls have a little bit more time to set something up. A huge moment here. Corby playing it into the box. Headed away by the Spartans. Chasing after it, Hartshorn. Hamzic. Now here's Chambers. Sent downfield. Berthiaume hops up and gets it. 7.5 minutes remaining. Chambers gets the head on it first. A dangerous play there. Poignet gets the touch on it. Roberts looking to control. O'Connor drops it back. It's sent downfield by Beggs. And handled by Dylan Chambers. Here's Corby. There goes under 7 minutes to go. The Owls need to get it downfield. Chambers crosses midfield. Gets it to Hamzic. Hamzic now playing in an offensive position. Labunga couldn't control. Here's Bergoza, watched by Ibasi. That ball kept in by Chambers. Midfield here, here's Poignet. Jack Corby, 6.5 to go. Poked ahead, DiGiovanni. Couldn't get the touch on it, he falls down. Here comes Alfani. Bergoza now controls. Back downfield. Here comes Wojcinski for Labunga. Into the middle, knocked away. Labunga chasing after it. Gets the touch, he goes down, and a foul is called in a prime position with under 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, this might be your big opportunity right here. This might be one of the last chances you're going to get in this game. It's going to come in a tough spot, though. It's going to be coming at a weird angle. You're going to have to do some kind of sort of little chip thing here. You know, nothing too hard, just a kind of like a small corner.
Exactly. It's a shorter corner. You know, for example, Corby will be the one to take it.
He just needs a nice little chip.
Yep. The Owls have everyone, but I believe Chambers and Matteo Fare well downfield. There's a little chip going towards the net, rolling by and cleared away by the Spartans. Bergoza, I believe, got the last touch on it. Now here's Roberts. Cross back into the box, hit it away again, and sent downfield by Castleton. Here's Fare, over to Chambers, 4:45 to go. Harder Poignet, back to Chambers. Wojcinski, downfield. Hamzic couldn't get a head on it. Corby plays it back in and right into the breadbasket of Berthiaume. Now the Spartans with a few more numbers upfield trying to pin the Owls back in their own territory. Corby. Here's DiGiovanni. Crossfield Roberts sends one downfield too far for Labonga as Berthiaume will cover it up. Under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, and you want to keep this ball out of Berthiaume's hands because every single time he's getting it, he's chiseling 15 seconds off this clock. And every single time you're dumping it to him, he's just going to catch it and do the same thing.
Xander Berthiaume is having the game of his life. Here's Hamzic. That one poked away. Bergoza able to come up with it now. Corby. Poignet, 3.5 to go. We've seen multiple last minute goals here from the Owls in the second half. Let's see if they have another one in them. Here's Roberts, crossed in and handled by Berthiaume. He'll kill some clock.
This is going to be under 3 minutes by the time he deposits this.
Right you are. Berthiaume's season high is 10 saves. He's got 8 here tonight. Here's Chambers. Roberts. That one did find its way out of bounds off the linesman, I believe. And so more clock winds away for the Owls. 2.5 minutes to go. Roberts heads it to the middle of the field. Bergoza couldn't get the touch. Wojcinski is whistled for a handball. A killer for Keene State as it looked like Wojcinski may have been able to set up someone cross-field.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's an absolute, killer right there for Keene. And now you got 2 minutes left in this game.
Now that one sent back. Bergoza comes away with it. Sends it downfield, chasing after it. Martin Labonga. He's watched by Liam Kramer. Crossed in too far wide, but he got deflected out. A corner for Keene State in the final 100 seconds. Corby trots over to set it up quickly. 1.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and this is where if you're Corby, you just want to put it a little bit less power. He's overshot it quite a bit here tonight. I think he can do it if he can put a little less on it.
Little less indeed, and Berthiaume comes up and grabs it. Unbelievable stuff from Xander Berthiaume. So he'll fire it away with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining.
1 minute remaining.
50 seconds left. Castleton controlling. Played ahead by Ibasi. Watched by Poignet in the corner. 40 seconds to go. Hamzic out of bounds. Castleton throw in. 30 seconds remaining. We'll have a clock stoppage here. And it's thrown back in. It will be a Keene State throw-in. They have to go. Ahead for Labonga. Downfield, chasing after it. DiGiovanni, it's poked away. Berthiaume coming way out. DiGiovanni tripped up. Was that in the box? The whistle's blown.
10.
The clock is stopped. What's the ruling? Declan Coughlin is halfway on the field.
It's on the... That was in the box.
It looked like it was in the corner of the box. It's a free kick for Keene. The clock is stopped with 10 minutes to go. This is chaos, Ryan.
Yeah. It looked as though that play was in the box. I don't know.
What would have been a penalty
That should have been a penalty.
for Keene State.
That's going to go. This is going to be a big call.
DiGiovanni will take the free kick. The Keene State bench is furious.
Left foot far corner, traps the far corner. It's a goal every time.
Like we mentioned earlier, Mateo Farre is in the swarm of players trying to get a touch to keep the Owls season alive and propel them into the playoffs. Here we go. DiGiovanni takes the free kick. It's headed away. Hartshorn comes up with it, trying to get a shot. It's deflected out of bounds, and that will do it. Heartbreak here at Dr. Ron Butcher Field, and a roller coaster season for the Owls has sadly come to an end at the hands of a tie with Vermont State Castleton.
A lot of new kids.
The emotion speaks for itself for the Owls players. Vermont State Castleton celebrates their first non-conference loss of the season, stunning the Owls here in Keene. And it stings for the seniors. A near miss there, potentially a call. Some last words between John O'Connor and Demir Hamzic.
Yeah, he's been a problem all day.
What could have been a penalty to try and propel the Owls into the playoffs ends in stunning heartbreak for Keene State. We'll be back in a few moments for a post-game interview with head coach Matt Schmidt here on the Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is going to fall.
There she goes, and she's got it. How sweet is this?
My name is Irini Stefanakos. I am an environmental studies graduate from Keene State. I just always had a passion for being outdoors and outdoor activities, so I figured why not choose a path where I can do that in my work. I did an internship with the Harris Center for Conservation my senior year. The best part for me was learning really what I wanted to do with my life, with my education. That internship really gave me the confidence and experience to go out and land a job as an aquatic biologist for water and wetlands in Grafton, Massachusetts. At Water and Wetland, we take part in the management of local ponds and lakes throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. I typically spend my days collecting basic water quality data to monitor the health of these ponds and lakes, while also sometimes conducting herbicide and algicide treatments. This job is very niche, and that the fact that it's aquatic based, I didn't think that's the path I would go, but here we are, and it's actually really cool, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
New Car Nissan of Keene has over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. The largest selection of new Nissans in New Hampshire. Plus, every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan and will deliver your new car anywhere in the Granite State for free. Come explore our stunning new state-of-the-art facility. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
I worked in HVAC when I was in high school, and I really liked being on a job site. When Keene State came to my high school, the admissions counselor told me I could have a job on a job site and also make a difference on people's lives. He said being a safety engineer meant I could work with my hands, but also make sure that everybody was going to be home safely at the end of the day. The safety field is growing rapidly because companies are noticing that keeping their workers healthy means that they can keep their workers working. My plan is to graduate from Keene State so I can get back onto a job site as a safety engineer. It's great because there's jobs to choose from all over the United States, so I can basically go anywhere I want. Keene State is giving me the tools to make that happen.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College athletic program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls, and remember at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
My name is Zachary Irving. I am a business management and finance major. After I graduate, I am going up to Bar Harbor, Maine. I'm going to work as a climbing guide for Acadia Mountain Guides. I'm going to get to be outdoors all the time and really do what I'm passionate about, which is teaching other people how to rock climb and showing them the places that I'm passionate about. Keene State allowed me to pursue my passions in a way that convinced me to pursue them for my career, and I'm glad that I'll be able to continue doing that afterwards.
My name is Ali Alzuar. I'm from Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm a nursing major and I play soccer here. I chose to be a nurse because it aligned perfectly with who I am. I'm a social person, I love science, and most importantly, I love helping people. After graduation, I'm going to work as a surgical ICU nurse at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. Keene State has helped enhance my critical thinking skills and has made me a well-rounded person thanks to knowledgeable professors. What excites me most is starting a new chapter and making a difference in my patients' lives.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
New Car Nissan of Keene has over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. The largest selection of new Nissans in New Hampshire. Plus, every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. And will deliver your new car anywhere in the Granite State for free. Come explore our stunning new state-of-the-art facility. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
Turn this music on, we still dancing.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
And welcome back to the Owls Media Network. Teddy Steinberg, Ryan Otterson, now joined by head coach Matt Schmidt. And coach, tough one to swallow tonight. What are your overall thoughts?
Yeah, from a game perspective, just tough. I thought the boys fought hard, created chances. We made multiple adjustments to try to keep giving us that edge, keep trying to find that way. Credit them for getting in the way at the position they were in the league to get in the way, to fight like that through the whole game. Credit Castleton. And, yeah, just a frustrating one to not be able to get that bounce, to not be able to find that way to get in and get that second goal.
Coach, you guys have had the highs and the lows of the lows, this season. But what are you taking away from this season that's going to, move it on to next season that's positive?
Sure. Well, first is just the sting of this right now, meaning the sting of this. You got to let that sink in, because the reality is results matter, and we couldn't quite find that way. And then so there's that, taking that in and being real with that. Don't avoid that, because if you don't really learn from that, the harsh piece there, the harsh reality, then you miss it. The second thing is the seniors, their leadership, their fight, their battle. Demir tonight played unbelievable. Dylan Chambers, all the guys through. Just a great senior class. We're definitely going to miss them, so we're going to have to figure out how we're adjusting with them moving on. But yeah, that's a couple of things. But the culture they helped create, the things they helped do in the off season to put the teams, to play as well as we did, and so many times this season we were able to come back and find that extra goal. And sometimes you're not able to do that, and unfortunately tonight was that night.
And obviously you touched on the seniors, what they've meant to this team, but you've had some bright spots with your young guys. Luke Hartshorn has been really solid this season. Tommaso Brivio has been really solid. What do you look in those guys heading into next year and the years forward?
Oh, sure. No, what the seniors built and the base that was created with this group was very strong, and we could see that in some of the bigger wins they had this year, how they competed with Amherst, beating Endicott, beating RPI, tying Boston here, all great things. But those young guys that are going to be here, they know that. They felt that. They had those connections they created with those guys, so they're going to carry it forward. And it's definitely going to be a strong offseason, and they're definitely going to, many returners that are in that starting lineup. Yep. That is going to be a great spark for the offseason into next year.
Coach, I think it's hard not to interview you tonight without asking your thoughts on those final few seconds there and that final call. What did you see on that?
You always want that to be in the box. It was close. It's tough to tell real time when it's that close. You hope it goes your way. I think it could have gone either way. So on those, you hope that it does go your way. But I never leave it down to, if it was clear, then I would have been pissed. But I think it was right on the edge. So we'll look back at Ryan's footage and see what we got there. And we'll advocate for VAR so we can make sure to get it right. But, of course you want that to be there so we can get that straight pin. But it's, you can't be praying for that at the last minute.
We do have a replay system in the works, so hopefully that can be of assistance.
We both got work in the off season.
Yeah. There you go. Well, thanks, Coach, for joining us, and it was a hell of a season.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for everything this season.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Yep.
Hey, thank you.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College athletic program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls. And remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
We know you will find your community along Appian Way here at Keene State College. Over a campfire on the Student Center lawn. In some friendly games and competition. Or in a club you connect to at the Student Involvement Fair. Maybe you will find your people on the courts, in a cheering section in the stands, at the rink on the ice, skating as an owl, or chilling in the yoga studio. Your connections may take place on the quad, listening to music, hanging out with friends, participating in a Keene State tradition like Pumpkin Palooza, or working on a group project, studying with classmates. Maybe your talents will bring you together with your community on one of our stages, in the main theater, or the recital hall at the Red Fern Arts Center. For us, community is all about the people you meet and the connections you make. At Keene State, our community is really about you.
New Car Nissan of Keene has over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. The largest selection of new Nissans in New Hampshire. Plus, every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan and will deliver your new car anywhere in the Granite State for free. Come explore our stunning new state-of-the-art facility. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
And welcome back to the Owls Media Network. Keene State couldn't get it done tonight. All they needed was a win, but ended up tying with Vermont State Castleton in heartbreaking fashion. Owls fans, be sure to follow Keene State Athletics on social media at Keene State Owls on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Threads to stay up to date on all your favorite Owls teams. We'll take a look now at the matchups for the 2025 Little East Tournament for men's soccer. The quarterfinals taking place this Saturday. Rhode Island College, who just snuck into the 6th seed this evening, will take on Southern Maine over in Gorham. UMass Dartmouth will travel to Eastern Connecticut. And then the semifinals played next Wednesday. The winner of Rhode Island College and Southern Maine at UMass Boston. And the winner of Dartmouth and Connecticut at WestCon. The championship played that following Saturday. This is the first time Keene State has not qualified for the LEC tournament since 2016. A tough one to swallow. Chance for Keene State women's soccer to clinch a first-round bye. If not, you'll be seeing them here on the Owls Media Network on Saturday, as well as the home opener and start of the second ever season of Keene State hockey. For Ryan Otterson and all of us, our great team here on the Owls Media Network, my name is Teddy Steinberg. Have a great night.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.